Come see this in 1579. Wish he was right. Unbelievable believability testing femininity. This is a series where I summarize rantatonne posts made up of at least 3 things I have read, seen, or heard. First question. Is it white if you do, white if you don't? Laughing a bit here because of the reaction that Billie Eilish got when she was in Dublin, Ireland recently, and she said, it's cool to go somewhere where everyone looks exactly like you. But of course, people are going to flip out with this. But first of all, that would actually be an awesome thing if there was a whole country of millions of people who had eyes exactly like Billie Eilish, because her eyes are amazing. But it's not exactly like she was some sort of white supremacist thing. And even if you wanted to do that kind of thing, like this small town in Arkansas, you shouldn't be like the black activists reacting to this in the way that they are. I am for freedom of association. I don't care if this small town says I don't have the genes to move to that location. They're doing blood tests and all this. I don't care. Why do these people care? They're the same sort of people that say, oh, it's very important that they see people who look like them to be represented in certain places, and we actually feel more comfortable in spaces full of people that look like them. With some of these activist, reactionary people, it's like being in a toxic relationship with someone who keeps disparaging you and saying to be better off without you, and then they flip out when you break up with them and leave. Next question. Do you believe in life after states? In this episode of After Party with Emily Jashinsky, got me thinking more about the implications of believing that people actually believe what they say. For example, like people freaking out at the Sydney Sweeney ads genuinely believe having more obese black women in adverts would somehow make them as attractive to the general population as Sweeney. Mark Maron defending transgenderism actually thinks that if comedians start making fun of them, then the alphabetism being pushed onto children leading to penises in girls' locker rooms would be seen as totally acceptable. Then famous actress Drew Barrymore from her reality tunnel believes Bill Maher is considered on the edge of acceptable discourse. Like he's actually saying things like, wow, but if you've just been watching things, you're not caught in the leftist bubble of Hollywood and the illiterati, you've probably heard the things Bill Maher is saying a decade ago. But why are people believing in such sort of absurd or fantastical things? I think there's an aspect where we are evolved to notice issues, notice dangers so we can address them and survive them. But I think we have this subconscious knowledge that the state itself is kind of this omnipresent socio-political predator and actually has a physical threat, but there's little we can do about it. And maybe it makes some of us more comfortable to find these smaller things in our lives, like, oh, we can't do anything about the taxation. We can't do anything about what the CIA is doing with Israel. We can't do anything about, let's say, this gone Epstein didn't do himself in and whatnot and all the implications of that. But hey, I can do something by saying something about X thing that other people can't see so that Y people can do something that will result in Z thing that everyone can see. Last question, when is a female too manly to be a woman? Coach Colton is back here with a few more videos about just the amount of testosterone and other, and I wonder if Mark Maron would be happy to see his Coach Colton videos highlighting how there's an entire industry that actually seems to be embracing the fact that some females are taking multiple times the amount of actual hormones that females take when they want to transition their gender, and they're not being stoned in the street. Maybe, just maybe, it's because it's mostly adults choosing to do this themselves.